Okay, so for like a week and a half, 2 weeks or whatever, I've been in my Bible study, I've been reading Exodus. So the first half of Exodus is God coming to Moses and giving him instruction on how to save the Israelites out of Egypt. You know, it's got the 10 plagues and everything in there. Well, like the end part of Exodus, the last couple of chapters, it's like really specific requirements that God and measurements, all this stuff that God is giving Moses to have the people build the temple of meeting and all the things that are in it. And I'm reading, and also Googling. So I like Googling visuals of Exodus, blah, 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 through blah, 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 to get a visual of these different things that God is having the people build. Just to, because I want to know what they look like. But even with these visuals and everything, I'm like, I wonder, like, why is this part of the Bible important? Because I believe that that all the things in the Bible are important, or they wouldn't be in there. And I just been thinking about it the past couple of days that I've been reading the last few chapters, and just was like, I don't understand. And so I went to ChatGPT and I asked it, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to read my notes. This is directly from ChatGPT, and this is what it said. Just because I think maybe somebody else who has read Exodus and read this part might be like, well, why is this important? Or maybe you already knew. Who knows? But I didn't. Okay, so these are my notes. So I asked ChatGPT to explain why all of the precise measurements and requests of God in Exodus was so important. This is what it said. They show God's holiness in order to emphasize that he is precise and holy. Worship of him couldn't be casual or sloppy. It requires care and obedience. Approaching God is on his terms, not ours. They symbolized heavenly realities. Hebrews 8:5 clarifies the tabernacle and its furnishings were a copy and shadow of what is in heaven. That was really interesting. And so I went and double checked that in my Bible. I went to Hebrews 8:5 and read it, and that is pretty much exactly what it says. And then they point to Christ, a foreshadowing. Like the Ark of the Covenant is God's presence among his people. The mercy seat, where blood was sprinkled, is showing that Jesus is our final atonement. The lampstand, Jesus is the light of the world. Table of bread of the presence, Jesus is the bread of life. And the priestly garments foreshadow Jesus as our high priest. They also gave Israel identity. The details set Israel apart from surrounding nations who worshiped idols however they pleased. It reminded them daily, we belong to God who is holy, specific, and near. They taught obedience and reverence. By following exact directions, they learned God cares about obedience and not shortcuts. Small details were acts of worship because they showed trust in his wisdom. God cares about the details of our life. It's not just the big things, the little things too. Worship isn't just about big gestures. It's about faithfulness in the small things and following his word with reverence. So yeah, if maybe you were wondering why that part of the Bible was important the same way that I was, now you know.